So, all right, let's sit up nice and tall and roll the shoulders back. And again, specifically throughout this week, I want you to notice if any one side is being different than the other, and maybe send me even a little message where it is and what side it is, and forward. So just rolling the shoulders backward and forwards. And then let's bring them up, back, and down. Rub the hands together, bring them to your heart space. And then let's take some nice, powerful inhales and exhales with the nose. And one of the symptoms we might have from the energies this week is, something that might feel quite a bit like allergies, but they're probably not allergies. It's really just the energies, so gunk in the nose, sniffles, itchy eyes, that kind of thing. So just be aware of that and know that it's just energies. And we're going to tune in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So deep inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep inhale. Suspend the breath. Exhale, and we'll continue with the protection mantra. Deep inhale. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Particularly this week, let's go ahead and place it, beginning in our mind to the left, behind, to the right, and then the front. And continue. Deep inhale. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Deep inhale. And suspend the breath. And release. So starting with yin, it's always really more beneficial to practice yin when it's cold and your muscles aren't warmed up. So we're going to do that first, starting with a butterfly. So bring the feet together. And they should be a little bit out, so kind of in a diamond. And we're going to sit up nice and tall, close the eyes. And then just come forward to where you feel something. Nothing should be pinching, tingling, or going numb. And if you'd like, you can drop chin to chest. And not really changing the breath, just noticing it. So as we're beginning every morning, this is where you can really notice as you're taking the time to kind of scan your body, notice what you notice sort of in this space. Feel if one side feels different than the other. And if you do feel changes throughout the week, like if you feel your left side or maybe even the left side or the right side, the left side or the left side in your case, that was a Freudian slip. You can ask, like, what is the emotion behind this? Because this is truly a, great week to release those things that are not allowing us to be in balance or at peace, because it's a Libra full moon. And Libra is the scales. It's also justice, though, like, areas maybe where we've been wronged and there wasn't really quite justice there. So we can send light to those situations. A couple more breaths here, and then we're going to come into the second stage or phase. So go ahead and lift your head and just keep the eyes closed, tuning in. We're going to come forward to the second position. And maybe if you're lower, you're going to put the elbows on the lower legs or just have the hands forward. Drop chin to chest and breathe here. So any forward folds, are a pose of surrender. So we're surrendering, we're letting go of the control. This is targeting and hitting most of the areas of our body, our spinal column, our hips. It's activating the meridians on the feet even as they're touching. A little bit of growling Aries energy. Aries is the warrior, so we still have all these elements in Aries. Fire. To drink lots of water this week to help you cleanse and release. A few more breaths here. And then we're going to lift our head again and come down to the third position. So here you can either now put maybe elbow to lower legs, or maybe the arms are coming underneath the legs and you can drop the head forward further, and this is maybe through, as the week is continuing and you're doing this every morning, you might feel more space in the hips in this area that you can come down further. So each day is going to be a little different, and any position you choose is correct. So just holding here, dropping chin to chest. And we never change our breath in yin, we just notice it. So notice if your inhale is longer than your exhale or vice versa. Notice if your breath is deep or if it's shallow. I'm not really changing it, but again, if it's shallow, then you can ask the breath, why are you shallow? Or if the inhale is longer than the exhale, same there. Kind of tune into what you're noticing to see what it means for you. So it's really about staying in your own lane this week, not getting or being distracted, just like last week. So that's a lot of what's going on, is this challenge of, other people having a lot of stuff going on too, or the world. So it's easy to get distracted, or the puppy. So just bring the awareness back to the breath. You want to notice what you notice and then bring the breath back to you. A couple more breaths here. And then we're going to come out of this night like a bear who's been sleeping in hibernation. Place the hands on the ground, walk yourself back up, and then take the fingers facing the other direction. Bring yourself to a wide windshield wiper. And we're just going to go left and right. And then go ahead and allow both knees to float over to the right. Hold forward first. And then let's bend the left elbow and twist and look over that left shoulder. A little bit of yang between the yin. And then come back to center and do your windshield wipers again. And then go ahead and allow the knees to float over to the left. Starting out forward. Close the eyes. And then let's bend the right elbow and then look over the right shoulder. And another symptom you might have this week is just really crazy sleep. Not being able to sleep or waking up at weird times or, stuff like that. Like your sleep might quite be different than it normally is. Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams also could be very different. All right, coming back to center. And then let's swish, swish a couple times again. And then let's come on to all fours. We're just going to warm up the spine or kind of move it before we do our Sat Kriya. So take the feet together and the knees are out, the hands nice and flat. Inhale and stretch up. And then exhale, chin to chest. And inhale again. And exhale. So starting out nice and slow, getting full movement. As you exhale, you want to suck in your belly and push the back up as high as you can. Inhale again. Hips are high. Lift the head. Feel that space between the shoulders and the ears. And then exhale again. And just when you're ready, begin to flow with this a little bit. So if you want to continue very slowly, that's fine. If you want to move a little quicker, that's fine as well. And again, each day might be a little different depending on the energy, depending on your spinal column. We have it's a new chapter. We're in April now. And one of the things that is kind of cool is, normally we have all these aspects that can hit our planet. And we're going to have the Schumann resonance thing going on indefinitely. So that's happening. But March just had so many crazy aspects. The entire month of March, just tons. April does not. So it's a little bit, low and slow again, where we should be able to, feel inspired to start new chapters, feel inspired, for doing things completely differently or maybe new things. So it should be fairly cool for that. And again, because we're releasing this week, maybe look at those things throughout your day or notice the things if they're happening, like this brings me out of balance, this person, this situation, and at the very least, releasing that energetically, but maybe even considering releasing it at the physical level as well. We'll take a few more here. And then let's inhale and lift the head high, lift the hips, take a little more air in, and then squeeze your root. Sexual organs, anus, belly button, tip of the tongue or the roof of the mouth. And then exhale, chin to chest. And then inhale, neutral spine. And then exhale, we're going to take the knees a little bit wider, sit on the heels, bring the hands in prayer mudra, and then bring the forehead to the ground. So just like last week, but last week, our focus was kind of like really focusing on the family and our stability and our home environment. We want to ask ourselves, what makes me feel safe? So this week, the focus truly on yourself and notice those things that make you feel safe, secure, strong. And here you want to just breathe very slowly, Sat with the inhale, Nam with the exhale. And maybe be open to, the imbalances are going to trigger our immune system. And again, we might have things. Lower back is always like suppression of sadness, can be depression. As it's going higher on the spinal column, that's our personal inner power. So places maybe where we gave our power away or where we're giving our power away. Just stay down. I'm dealing with the puppy. Couple more breaths here. And then releasing these each morning as we're in this full moon energy most of the week. With your exhale, you can, use words, use your thoughts. I release this. I release this. Okay, take a deep inhale and a deep exhale and a deep inhale and come on up. And we're going to come into Sat Kriya. And this is going to bring us a lot of energy and stability. Hey, no. She really is very calm most of the time. Try to get her used to the yoga room. She doesn't come in here too often, so she gets really excited to all the newness. All right, so we're going to bring the hands together in a pistol grip. So the Saiga finger comes up, and for women, the left thumb comes over the right. Men, it's the other way around. And we're going to stretch the arms up. And chanting out loud, Sat and Nam. Truth is my essence. I'm going to hide my phone. So let's take a deep inhale. The eyes are closed and you're focused on the brow point. And we're going to do 2 rounds of this. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. Keep chanting. And you're pulling in the lower belly as you chant. That was too much. She's outside now. Nothing like doing Sat Nam and have a dog get you right in the face. I will probably edit that out. Maybe I'll put it in the bloopers at the end. Anyway, let's continue with focus and concentration. And you're really pulling in that navel. And with the Sat Nam, as you're saying it, so you want to kind of connect the points energetically of your third eye, your forehead, the brow point, and the navel. So kind of imagine those 2 points connecting as you're chanting. And you should be feeling heat as you're doing the Sat Kriya. And we're kind of pumping and squeezing this energy every time we chant. The eyes are not only like closed, but they're rolled back a little bit and then inward on the brow point. So really important to activate that. That helps activate the pineal gland. About another 40 seconds. And last couple. Now take a deep inhale with the nose and really stretch the hands up, press them firmly together, and we're going to pull that energy up the spine. So up, 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 up. You're compressing the spine. Squeeze the root. Imagine you're pressing it like a tube of toothpaste out the fingertips, tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. You should be squeezing so hard that you're shaking. A couple more seconds. Sip in a little more air. And now powerfully cannonball exhale out with the mouth. And let's squeeze here. So you're compressing the entire spinal column now. So just imagine the root, under the belly, over the belly, heart, third eye, throat, crown. Tip of the tongue and the roof of the mouth. And now inhale with the nose again. And then just very gently float the hands down. And imagine as you're floating the hands down, you're clearing your aura so that you're sitting in a ball of golden light. You can imagine maybe like mirrors on the outside of that bubble. And now we're going to place the right hand upward in the lap, the left over the right, and just relax here. So slowly breathing. We always take a pause in between the Sat Kriyas or even after the Sat Kriyas. And Sat Kriyas should boost the immune system quite a bit. And also here each morning, take this time to notice your breath. So you're just breathing in consciously, Sat, kind of gently flowing the energy up your spine, and then Nam back down. Almost like a very soft tide, like waves, but nothing major, just very calm, Sat, going up the spine. Nam down the spine. And you can imagine the water element because there is a lot of fire this week still. So imagine, nice cool water as you breathe. Sat Nam, truth is my essence. And it's normal if you have thoughts, especially in the morning. I've got this to do. I've got this to do. Just notice those thoughts. Bring the awareness back to you. So staying in your lane this week, being in your own bubble. Maybe even turning the corners of the mouth upward in a slight smile. And just enjoy this space of your body, feeling your body. Feel it completely imbalanced, strong, healed, stable, safe, at peace. As you're sitting in this golden light. And let's take another deeper inhale with the nose and a deeper exhale. And we're going to do round 2. It won't be as long. So stretching the fingers up again, left thumb over the right. Hands are pressed firmly together. Zeigefinger, your pointer fingers, index fingers are up to the sky. And let's begin. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. Keep chanting. You want to make sure you're not tilting your head forward or backwards. So you've got one strong, stable spinal column, including the Halswirbelsäule. So just feel, don't feel that your spine ends at your throat because we don't want to have the energy get stuck there. So just keep chanting. You're stretching the fingers up. So even stretch the crown of your head up as you're seated and pulling in that navel. Sat Nam, really strongly. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, truth is my essence. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Just about 30 more seconds. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. Deep inhale. Sip in a little more air. And now squeeze the root as tight as you can. Press the hands firmly together. That pointer finger way up high. You should be feeling the insides of your arms on your ears and your cheeks. Spinal column straight. Squeeze, 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 and you're pulling the energy up, 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 up the spine. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. A couple more seconds, sip in a little more air. Squeeze, and cannonball exhale out with the mouth. And now squeeze as tight as you can. Entire spinal column. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Inhale with the nose. And then float again. Very gently clearing your aura. Feel that golden bubble that you're in. And placing mirrors on the outside. And then once your hands are down, once again, the right palm in your lap, left palm over the right, facing upward. And just seated here, bring the awareness back to this very slow breath. Sat. Inhaling and nam, up and down, cleansing the spinal column from the bottom to the top and then back, top to the bottom. Like golden water. Corners of the mouth, slightly upward and a little smile. Feel that space between your shoulders and your ears. Feel your spinal column nice and straight, all the way from the base up to your crown of your head. Well, it doesn't go up that high, but you know what I mean. To the top of the cervical spine, the neck. But feel the top of your head stretching up as you're seated and breathing. A couple last breaths. And let's take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And then inhale and open your eyes. Okay. All right. Have a great week. And like I said, if there is something you're noticing, shoot me a little what's up. Okay. Have a good one. Mwah. Ciao. Here. So, hi, good morning. I am going to talk to you about the energies this week from around the 3rd of April till the 9th of April. And, as I mentioned last week was, a very energetic week, for lack of a better word. Lots of things hitting us and also a lot of Cancer elements. So we might have had quite a lot of the feels last week. And that would have been quite normal. This week, we have now officially moved into a new month. And it really is not like just even a new chapter, it's new beginning time. Aries is the fire element, so it's the warrior, but it's also kind of like being inspired. We might find that we really are starting things anew. And it's really great because we do have a full moon this week. It hits Europe on the 6th in the morning, quite early, like 5, 6 a.m.-ish, but we are going to be in that energy all week. So full moon's always time to release, to let go. And the full moon is in Libra, so we want to be open to receiving areas in our life, as far as letting go, receiving the information of where we're not in balance, where we're not feeling at peace. Libra is the scales. It's like everything in balance, harmony, peace, also a little bit of like justice and truth. So pay attention to your body. If you're feeling, one side feeling completely different than the other, pay attention to that. See, is it my left side? Is it my right side? Where is it in the body? Because the body is always showing us areas emotionally that we're ready to let go of, or that are ready to be let go of. So we want to let go of this, this week. Journaling, or doing your practice, moving the body, breath work, very good for helping to release those things. But we want to bring it to our awareness first. And again, being open as you're moving this week, being open to maybe hearing these areas that we're ready to let go of. And because it's about balance and harmony and peace, we want to notice those things outside of us, outside of our bubble, that are, not keeping us in balance and in peace and in harmony. So this week, really staying in your own bubble. We want to see, ask yourself, what makes me feel safe? What makes me feel secure? Just in your own world. And, notice those things that throw you off, and try to use your practice this week to, at the very least, energetically not have those things distract you. So distraction's still kind of a really big deal this week. But, also possibly if you do have the potentiality to, release those things at a physical level, not have those nouns, people, places, or things around you, at least for now, then, maybe having the strength to make those choices, because the Aries element, we still have 6 orbiting, there are 4 planets, but then we also have Chiron, which is the wounded healer, and then Eris. Eris is that goddess. I think I talked about her a while back, but it's she tempted. There was a wedding and she wasn't invited to it, and she tempted by bringing an apple. This is the story of it, and threw it into the crowd and said, "May the fairest, receive this apple," and it caused a big initial fight, and then actually, some say even the Trojan War, because everybody was fighting, saying, I'm the fairest, I'm the fairest. So there's this stirring the pot kind of energy. So we want to really stay in our own lane, feel your own strength, notice your own strength, beauty, power, your inner power. Bring your awareness always back to yourself, always back to the breath. Have, even as we have these, everything we do on the mat strengthens those muscles in the outside world. So, as we're breathing, having a couple moments this week where we're breathing very slowly, we're noticing our thoughts, even if it's just things to do, but we bring the awareness back to the breath. So this is what you want to do all week. Bring your awareness back to you. Just notice it. Like you're watching TV, bring the awareness back to you, back to the breath. Some of the symptoms you might feel this week are the typical allergy types of symptoms, itchy, runny eyes, sniffly nose, and then also sleep could get hit quite a bit, where you just have really bizarre sleep times, maybe where you're either not tired at your normal time, or you're waking up in the middle of the night. Dreams could be very different than normal. So just be aware of that, pay attention to that, know that it's normal. I think a lot of times, because we're going through so much, and we are going to be going through so much for quite some time, because of the shifts on the planet, because the planet's kind of reawakening to a new paradigm. That we have this knowledge that, we're not going bonkers, and it's normal to feel this way. And, and I think that maybe helps a little bit to, maybe be more the observer and not react to it, whether it's internally or externally. Okay. So have a great week, and shoot me any WhatsApps if anything weird happens or even if it doesn't happen. And I'll see you soon. Much love. Ciao.